Hi, I'm Tanya Tittle with Energy Fitness, and I'm going to show you some rolling exercises, strengthening and stretching for duck-footed. What is duck-footed? It is when people are either stand like this a lot or they walk like this. So what happens is your external rotators are weak and they need to be strengthened, as well as some things need to be loosened. So we'll start with different foam rollers. So there's different foam rollers, trigger point balls. This one's too big for the area that we want to get, and so tennis ball is what a lot of people have, but I like to use this one or this one. So what we're going to do is, typically you'll see that the quad actually may be rotated out, so we want to rotate that in by letting go of and releasing some of this. So what we'll do is put it here, and then you're just going to roll on it. I like to use this leg to kind of go up. So once we release it, then we'll work it a little bit, and then we'll release it again. So, and when you find a really tight point or sore, then you're going to want to stay on that. And then up here, I like to bend this leg, and then that way you can kind of just sit there and manipulate it and sit there. How long do you sit there? You can either hold it, and then when the pain dissipates, you can kind of move on, or you can kind of roll it back and forth. I discourage just getting after it and rolling it like that. So then let's release some of the gluteus medius, which is right below the hip and almost to the glute. All right, so you would do that on both sides, or you can do all one side and come back and do the other side. So the first exercise we're going to do, if you have a foam roller, grab a foam roller. If not, grab some kind of a block or something, maybe a rolled up towel to put in between. So you're going to lie on your side, and what we're wanting to do is, this is external rotation. We want that foot to be able to rotate in, so you can put your hand here and feel what that's doing. So you could do a set of 20 to 25. Right now I have no resistance on it, and you can put that bottom leg on the floor. I had it up. So you can pause the video, you can do the exercises, or you can just watch and take notes and do it on your own. If you want to add resistance to that, you would put your feet here, a little band around it, and then same thing, and then just go here. Hold that bottom foot to the floor, and you can tell that's significantly harder. And you can even do it like this, and that's just different. So, as well as going here, the feet have to be like this, in a bridge up, and then out. So, I usually have people do 25 to 50 of those. So, pick one that you like, one or two, and they can go for those. Another one, and this is going to be a stretch, is you're going to put your foot up against a wall. So let's pretend I have a wall right here where my foot ends. I'm twisting my body across, and then it's more of an IT band stretch. So once you're in the IT band stretch, then you're going to do this, because again, we're trying to rotate, a little external rotate. So you just do little pulses for, say, 10 to 20, and you would do that on both legs. And then let's show you an exercise. So hopefully you can see me. So some people can't do this, and if you can't, it's probably a result of you're not able to either be strong enough or be able to even stretch that leg over. So what I'm doing is putting my leg over, and I'm going to lift that bottom leg off the floor with this leg. So you're working some of the left inner thigh if I'm pushing with my right foot. Now I have to say, try for 15 to 20 of those. Once you're finished, then grab it and stretch it. So I'm pulling, but I'm also, if I'm pulling with my left hand, I'm pulling my right leg, then my right hip, I'm going to try to push to the floor in that direction, and then you'll really feel that stretch. Okay, so then you can sit up, and we'll do more external rotation. So I like to balance in the middle, and you're going to do this. And some people can't even get their leg off the floor, and that's okay. So try for 25 to 50. You'll feel it kind of cramping, so when you're finished, you might want to stretch it like this. I'm pulling this way and pushing the hip this way. And then there is, let's do frog pose. So inner thigh, when your inner thigh is really tight, it also can change that whole area. So frog pose is like this with your toes out, and then just hold it. So depending on how flexible you are is what you're gonna be able to do. So you would hold a stretch for 30 to 60 seconds. Remember, it takes 3 minutes to physiologically lengthen a muscle. So if you find that you're particularly tight in one area, you're gonna wanna do that stretch for 3 minutes every day for 6 weeks to actually lengthen it. Also, to help the internal rotation, that we find that the inner thighs tend to be really tight. So I'll show you a modified version of this. You can put your foot up like this or here, and then you can stretch. Also, the lats tend to be tight, so maybe like a leaning over like that. You do what you can do. And then of course, I love to have people try to do the splits as much as they can. If this is as far as you can get down, then that's fine. If you can go farther, stand there and hold it, and then try to do this. Now, again, you are trying to, with this back leg, you can see how much external rotation that leg is doing. So this is my better side, as opposed to you gotta watch your toe when you go to the other side. I can't get down quite as far because this hip doesn't want to rotate. So you do what you can do and hold it. And then, let's see what else. We did the clam, bridge up, oh, this stretch. So, depending on how flexible you are, you put this leg here, and then you may be able to, that's it. You can't go back any further. If you can stick that leg out, and maybe even have a strap, or have this, then that's gonna get your inner thigh stretch, and you're gonna get all that quad stretch and the hip flexor too. So it's really great for helping rotate that knee, the quad in, so you stop having the toes going out. So you could hold that stretch and then do the other side. The last thing is lying on your back and then just doing some in and outs. So it's external rotation on this. And then go back and roll what we did originally in the beginning on this same side, because that's the side that I did. But again, you're going to want to do it here, and then here, and then there. And that's it. Happy getting rid of your duck feet.